यो देवा सवितास्माकं धियो धर्मादिगोचराः प्रेरयेतस्यद्भर्गस्तद्वरेण्यम् उपास्महे. Avani Attam is in a few days. Apart from changing the Yajnopavitam or Punal, some of us also chant Sahasra Gayatri Mantra on this occasion. This short presentation is to understand the origins and the significance of the Gayatri Mantra. Our mind is our greatest friend. It is our mind which motivates us to accomplish several tasks in life and keeps us in the race to achieve the impossible. However, sometimes the mind can be our biggest detractor as well. Our Vedas and Rishis have realized the importance of mind, and the entire spiritual journey is designed to win over the mind. A realized person is the one who has the control of the mind. However, this is a very difficult task and we need to follow the path as stated in our Vedas and scriptures. As per our Shastras, chanting the Gayatri Mantra regularly certainly helps in achieving a degree of control over the mind. Before we dwell into the Gayatri Mantra, we need to understand another concept dealing with various styles of composition adopted in our scriptures. Our scriptures are either composed in prose form or can be in form of a chant or a shloka. For a moment, imagine if Vishnu Sahasranamam was in a prose form as shown on the left hand side of the slide. It would be near to impossible to memorize it if it is in a prose form. On the right hand side of the slide, we can see Vishnu Sahasranamam is in form of a shloka. By chanting in this format, most of us could memorize the entire Vishnu Sahasranamam within few weeks. In ancient times, Vedas were taught through the process of repetition. There were no textbooks as such. The Guru would recite a particular mantra twice, and the students then learn it by repeating the same mantra several times. In order to facilitate quick memorizing of the mantras, our rishis have devised a system called chandas, or what is known as a meter in contemporary world. The chandas basically lays down rules for chants in terms of number of syllables in each line or padam before you take a pause, and also states the number of syllables in a particular chant. The most popular chandas are the Gayatri chandas and the Anushtup chandas. Shlokas and mantras composed in the Gayatri chandas consist of 24 syllables, and there are 32 syllables in chants composed in Anushtup chandas. As Gayatri mantra is composed in Gayatri chandas, thus derives its name Gayatri mantra. Both Vishnu Sahasranamam and Lalita Sahasranamam are composed in Anushtup chandas, consists of 32 syllables in each shloka. Valmiki Ramayan and Bhagavad Gita are also composed in Anushtup chandas. The Gayatri mantra consists of 24 syllables, 3 lines of 8 syllables each. Contrary to popular belief, Gayatri mantra is not an invocation to Gayatri Ma. This mantra is in fact a prayer to Savitur, the source of all light energy in the entire cosmos. The first line in Gayatri mantra, Om, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha and Suvaha, are considered an invocation mantra, and it is not technically a part of the original Gayatri mantra as it appears in the Upanishads. Om, as we all know, is the Pranava mantra. Bhuhu, Bhuva and Suvaha are called as Vyahrutis. Vyahrutis represent gross to subtle planes. By reciting the 3 Vyahrutis at the beginning of Gayatri mantra, we are directing our energy from gross to subtle planes. The actual Gayatri mantra starts with syllable Tatsaviturvarenyam. Brahma Rishi Vishwamitra was the first Rishi to receive the Gayatri Mantram from the Paramatma when he was doing tapas, and he then passed on this mantra to all. Gayatri Mantram significance is evident from the fact that out of thousands of mantras, only this particular mantra is taught at the time of Upanayanam. By chanting this mantra regularly right from a young age opens up one's mind to spiritual world. Incidentally, Upanayanam stands for third eye or the spiritual eye. Gayatri Mantra is reckoned as mother of all Vedas and should be recited in the prescribed style and form only and should not be set to a tune like a song. Sanskrit alphabet consists of 46 different letters. These letters are organized based on their phonetic properties. The sounds that are produced with minimum breath are called alpaprana, and the ones that are produced with maximum breath are called mahaprana. While chanting the Gayatri mantra, we need to be careful on certain syllables as shown in this slide, and we should make sure that the alpapranas and mahapranas are pronounced correctly. In our professional and personal lives, we often take decisions based on gut feeling, with the hope that things will work out as planned. This gut feeling is called intuition in our Shastras. As per our Shastras, there are five faculties of intuition: Dhi, the spiritual heart; Medha, higher intellect; Pragya, higher awareness; Dhriti, higher will; Smriti, great memory. Gayatri Mantra has the power to open up all the five faculties of intuition. By chanting Gayatri Mantra regularly, our decision making ability will vastly improve. Having understood the significance of Gayatri Mantra, let's move on how to chant this mantra. Gayatri Mantra Japam can be of three kinds. The first kind of mantra japam is called Vachika Japa, where you recite the mantra aloud. The second type of japam is called Upanshu mantra, where you chant the mantra by just moving your lips or in whispering sound. And the third is known as the Manasa or the mental japa. As per our Shastras, Manasa Japam is most effective as it requires total concentration and complete focus on the mantra. Our thoughts, words, and action align in this form of Japam, and this is called Trikana Shuddhi Japam. Any person who practices Manasa Japam will enjoy the benefits of the mantra immensely and immediately. In simple terms, the meaning of Gayatri Mantra is we meditate on the brightness of Savitur or the sun god, and may he enlighten our minds. Each syllable in the Gayatri Mantram is a Bijakshara, and repeated chanting of Gayatri Mantra has innumerable benefits both in spiritual and material world. Gayatri is one such mantra that is said to keep the temple of man's body well cared for. The Vedas clearly say that he who chants the Gayatri mantra is protected by it. Gayatam trayate yasmat Gayatri tyabhi dhiyate. That is, he who chants the Gayatri mantra with love and devotion ever remains protected by it. This is why the Vedas refer to this mantra as Gayatrim Chandasam Mata, the mother of all mantras, the mother who protects and protects absolutely. Let's conclude this session with a chant of the Gayatri Mantra.
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्